So let's continue to embellish our slide here with a music track. We're going to add some music that will play in the background while this slide is on the screen. So we're going to do a couple of adjustments here. But first let's go get our music. So I'm going to click on the Insert tab. I'm going to click on Audio and then Audio on my PC. And I'm going to go to the music folder here. Windows 7 comes with some sample music. We'll just use that for this demonstration. I'm going to use the kalimba track here. And so I clicked on it with my left mouse button, click Insert. And so now I have this music track on my slide. Now we have to make some adjustments to it. The first adjustment I'm going to make is right over here. What I'd like to do is I would like this music to start right away. Okay, so I'm holding my left mouse button. I'm just going to drag that to the top of the list here. Okay. And what that does is essentially will give me this playing when the slide starts. I do have to make one other adjustment here. Notice I've got this little mouse here. That means I have to start it with a mouse click. Well, I really don't want that. Really what I want is I want it to start with previous. So it'll start when the slide starts. Okay. Okay. I didn't tell you how to get this animation pane open. Let's do that. Under animations, you can just click on animation pane. Every time you click it, it'll either toggle it on or off. So I want to see that just to show you how that works. Okay, I'm going to go back down here. I'm going to click on my loudspeaker, and when I do that, I get at this audio tools window. Click on playback. Okay, now it turns out that this music track is about 6 minutes long, but I really only need about 10 seconds because that's how long I'm going to hold this slide on the screen. So click on Trim Audio, and there you can see it's 5 minutes and 48 seconds long. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this slider over here to the left. Like I said, I only want about 10 seconds, and I'm going to fine tune it with this scroller here. So we'll put 10 seconds. Okay, so the start is at 0. So I'm starting from the beginning and I'll play the first 10 seconds. So we'll click OK. So now we've got the track the right length. Another feature is the fade in and fade out. See, so what this does is it allows you to bring the music up from nothing and then fade it back down to nothing. So we'll do a 3 seconds. And this is something you can play with. This is personal preference. So I've got the fade in, fade out here. I'm going to adjust the volume because in the next activity what we're going to do is we're going to add a voiceover, and we want to be able to hear our voice over the top of the music. So I'm just going to play the music at low. I want to call your attention over here because what I'm going to do next, this area here is blank right now. I'm going to click on play across slides. And essentially what that does is it puts the timing such that when the kalimba music starts, then the first rectangle will start. So this is basically the timing of the entry of these boxes that we animated earlier. Okay. Another thing I want to do is you see this symbol right here, this loudspeaker. I want to hide it while the show is going on, so I don't see that on the screen. Okay, so we've got the music pretty well adjusted. Now let's take a look at the slide because we want to match the amount of time that the slide is on the screen to how long that music plays. And the way we're going to do that is with a transition. We're going to add a dissolve transition. You can add any number of transitions, but we're going to use dissolve. Okay, and I'm going to make some adjustments over here. One of the things you can do is you can play with the duration of the dissolve so that it matches whatever's going on your particular video. I'm just going to set it at 0.5 just to make it short. Now that's the dissolve. That's from going from one slide to the next. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust this so that it advances the slide after 10 seconds. So I've got two adjustments to make here, the slide dissolve and the amount of time that the slide remains on the screen. Okay, so we've got that adjusted. We've got our video length adjusted. I think we're ready to go, so let's give it a try. So if you go down here, click on the slideshow icon. Let's take a listen. Notice that it faded up and starts its fade down, and then it advances to the next slide, which is what we want. So why don't you give it a try? See what you can do.